Yo, what's up, everyone? So, this is gonna be super short. Like, it could end up being like literally 15 or 20 minutes, and that's fine. I am just going to be backtesting, and I'm trying to make it a habit of every single time I do hop on the charts to backtest, I'm gonna be doing it on a live stream. So, yeah. But I'm looking at something pretty interesting right now from Wednesday. We had a 15-minute gap, and a beautiful 1 minute change in state. Guys, this deserves a spot in the textbook of AMD, the ICT textbook, right? Or whatever textbook. Because look at how obvious this is. When we get, it's not only a change in state, but it's also an inversion for value gap, right? We get both. And this is super, super, super lipo. When we get this, I know that we're going to expand, especially because we're delivering from this gap here. So I'm going to mark out both. But yeah, just so you guys know, I am listening to music, kind of just chilling out right now, and the stream is likely going to be incredibly short. So, okay. All of this, accumulation, right? You can measure it out like this. Actually, I'd measure it out to the end of the bodies, right? Accumulation. We have, once again, this 15-minute for value gap, and to show you that, I can scroll over to the left. I kind of combined these candles, but essentially this is like a 15-minute implied gap where I merge these two, and then I drag this over, back down to the 1 minute chart. And by the way, guys, I am listening to music, as a lot of time that's what I do on these more chill type of streams, so feel free to listen to music yourself, right? This really could end up being super short. First, let's backtest the 1 minute inversion. It might have been a 2 minute inversion. Let's just double check. And nope, it was a 1 minute. So let's go back down to the 1 minute. First, we'll screenshot this as an IFG. So 1 minute IFG delivering from a 15-minute gap. Clearly, you can see the AMD, right? Accumulation, sweep of this low here. That's manipulation, liquidity sweep, and then distribution. So there's that sweep, bang. And this was on Wednesday. And guys, the cool part about this is check when this happens, right? Going right into our macro. So once again, I like to mark out the macro from when the entry occurs, which is right here, to when we hit our drawn liquidity, which is right here. So macro. So to me, a macro is from the entry to the drawn liquidity within that time. It's not necessarily like the exact time. Does that make sense? Yo, what up, Adrian? How are you, bro? We're just vibing. We're chilling. This is gonna be a really short stream. Just FYI, like probably it could end up being like less than 30 minutes, maybe even 15. But I'm trying to make it a habit where every single time I backtest, even if it's literally super chill like this, I am going to be doing it live. So I wonder if there was SMT. My right AirPod just died, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, first I want to mark out this 1 minute inversion. Once again, right during the macro time. And then right to our drawn liquidity, which is probably the bodies here, right? You see how perfect that was? That is nice. So there's that macro. Guys, that is so textbook. Oh my gosh. Dude, what is this song? I'm skipping this song. Same with this song. Bro. I need new music. Guys, give me new music. Alright, 1 minute inversion for value gap off of this 15-minute for value gap. Actually, we'll call it a 15-minute implied gap. But as well, it was a 1 minute change in state, right? So we'll mark that out as well. Guys, we are locked in here, right? We're going to make this happen. We will be some of the best traders. And I don't care how long it takes. We will get there. Alright. So yeah, accumulation, manipulation of this low, and then 1 minute inversion for value gap. Yeah, this is textbook. So bang, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And then yeah, let's mark out that this was TP. But yeah, this is likely, guys, gonna be super short. The cool thing about this 1 minute inversion for value gap entry, guys, is we actually never come back to it. So theoretically, you could still be holding, and you'd be up like 20-1 if you left a runner. That's kind of funny. Anyway, let's go ahead and screenshot this. How about the fan? Is the fan issue solved? Do you guys hear it? Is it? If it's noisy, let me know. But I did replace the fan, so let me know if it's noisy. Let me know. But right now, I think it's better. If it's not, let me know. But yeah, I did replace the fan, and it's definitely not being noisy as much as it was before. You guys never heard it when it was at its worst, but it was really bad. So, yo, what up, Saeed? Guys, this is a super chill live stream. I'm literally just in my room, shirtless. So, we're not taking this super seriously right now. But essentially, what's going on is I have to go eat soon, and I wanted to at least get some back testing in. Okay, good, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So, yeah. I did replace the fan this weekend, so hopefully it's better. But yeah, guys, this is going to be a super short stream, super chill. But I'm trying to make it a habit where every single time I backtest, whether it's like super chill or, you know, or whatever, I'm still going to try and have it be a live stream because, I don't know, I think it adds value to people. So, but guys, look at this 1 minute inversion off the 15-minute gap. You guys see this? Super clean. This is 3.4-1, right? This is textbook. Accumulation, manipulation, 1 minute inversion, and then also 1 minute change in state, which we can look at in just a second. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. This was Wednesday at 14:56 during the 14:50 to 15:10 macro. We could actually make it like this. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of nice. I don't know if there was SMT. Honestly, I don't really care if there was. This is still really clean. So yeah, once again, how do you know when a macro is going to work? When the entry is paired with the time of the macro, right? So not all macros are going to work all the time, and that's like a very common misconception. That's why a lot of people think macros aren't real, but no. You have to pair it with AMD to make it make sense. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense. So 14:56. Yeah, we don't even have this trade in here yet. This was just a simple IPG on the 1 minute. Bang. Pretty clean, guys. So let's go ahead and also mark out the flow state version of this, which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's essentially that we had a 15-minute gap, and then we also had a 1-minute change in state of delivery. That's what you pair with a 15-minute gap with a 1-minute key level. A 15-minute key level with a 1-minute change in state of delivery. Here we get change in state. And dude, that's clean, bro. And then back up to that accumulation range high. So same exact trade, just taken using a different entry. Right? This is what I say when I mean the exact entry doesn't matter. What matters is AMD. Did you figure out the market, the AMD cycle? Past that, I don't care whether I use a change in state or whether I use a inversion for value gap. To me, it's irrelevant. What matters is AMD. And also, I don't even really care if there was a 15-minute gap in this situation, because it's just so obvious the change state is going to deliver us higher that I'd maybe just I would definitely consider taking this just as a change in state without having a 15-minute gap. So this is flow state is any time I pair up a higher time frame key level with an aligned time frame change in state delivery. So AKA market maker model. 1457 flow state, and I entered on the close, and then 15-minute aligns with the 1-minute, and then bang, right? And then once again, let's say I didn't even care about that gap and I just want to take it as a change in state. Same thing, 1-minute change in state. This to me is also valid, where we enter on this 1-minute close here. 1457. Once again, do what makes sense to your own back testing, right? Otherwise, if you're listening to anyone else, then you're distracting yourself, because what makes sense to you is how you should be trading. So, yeah, 1457, change in state of delivery close on the 1-minute. Once again, if I can enter an inversion for value gap without a key level, why should a change in state of delivery matter if it's key level? Sounds good, Jose. Sounds good, bro. But yeah, I'm just gonna be let's see. I'm probably gonna have to go in like less than 10 minutes, so this is gonna be super short, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that was clean, guys. You see how that was a 15-minute gap, 1-minute change in state, and sure, maybe you would have thought to take profit at the wick, but personally, I would never. I usually try not to do that. I always take profit at bodies, and honestly, there's a good chance I might have just taken most off here, and that would have been 1.3 to 1. So, anyway, guys, let's go ahead and move on, right? See how all this was low resistance, then it became, or high resistance, then it became low resistance. As well, this was during FOMC. Dude, FOMC had clean price action. This is crazy clean. Right? This people saying PA is bad, like, yo, what? This is good. This is really, really good PA. Right? If you don't think this is good PA, then I think you got some more studying to do, because this is very obvious. So, I don't know. I don't agree with people who think PA is bad. Like, everyone's been saying PA has been bad since, like, I don't know, like, literally the start of this year. Actually, December of last year. And, guys, I have to be the one. I don't care if I have to be the one to come out and say it. Like, it might just be a skill issue, bro, because PA is good. The market's always, even if PA is not good, the market's always right. So you have to learn from it. There's a reason PA is bad. It's because it's in consolidation, right? So FOMC PA was clean. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what other trades there were in here, right? At the time, this was high resistance, right? So every time we come up to this curve, we can trade it as high resistance. So maybe there was a trade within here. I don't know. Let's look around some more. Where was Wednesday? Thursday. Wednesday was right here. So yeah, this is let's see. What other opportunities were there? I want to start out back on that daily chart because the daily chart is very, very interesting. You can clearly see on the daily chart, I'm going to put this in Saturday, how this is just a giant breaker block that we tapped. It's a giant breaker block. When you think about it like this, the markets are so simple, guys. When you literally just think, oh, wow, that's a breaker, we're probably going to react there. We're probably going to hit consequent encroachment. Like that, it simplifies the market down so much. So I'm going to put this in Saturday. But as well, we tap consequent encroachment. Not perfectly, but we do tap it pretty well of this daily breaker. Right? And yeah, daily breaker. Once again, what's consequent encroachment, guys? Consequent encroachment is just midnight. No, sorry. I'm so sorry. My brain is not working. Consequent encroachment is just the midpoint, not midnight, bro. What am I saying? Consequent encroachment is the midpoint of either an order block or a breaker block. If it's a fair value gap or a rejection block. Wait, sorry. I meant mean threshold. So if it's, this is not consequent encroachment. If it's a breaker or an order block, it's a mean threshold. And if it's a fair value gap or a rejection block, it's consequent encroachment. That's what I meant. And look at this new day opening gap as well. Actually, daily volume imbalance. Because why is this not a new day opening gap? We talked about this in the live stream from the other day. This is essentially daily volume bounces and new day opening gaps are essentially the same, but on the daily chart the candle closes at 16, but the new day opening gap closes at 17, or closes at 17 and opens at 18, versus the daily volume imbalance closes at 16 and opens at 18. I don't know why. And I could be wrong about that. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So once again, why is this not a new day opening gap? Look, right? If I turn on new day opening gap, we have to add in more because it's not showing all the ones. The new day opening gap, see how the daily volume balance was from here to here, but the new day opening gap is from here to here? See how they're not the same? There's a reason for that. Because daily volume balance is from 16, right? From 16. And why do I call it daily volume balance? Because it's the volume imbalance on a daily chart, right? It's that gap between the bodies on the daily chart. So look at this, right? So I might have marked it out badly, but yeah, 16 to open, and then new day opening gap to open. I'm pretty sure that's why it's like that. Anyway, I could be wrong about that, actually. Take what I said about that with a grain of salt. But point is, right, we had the daily breaker. Um, but yeah, once again, okay, right there it's showing up as that, but then if I go down, then you can see it's different. That's why I, in my opinion, it's not the same. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Um, let's just call it the new day opening gap, though. So the new day opening gap is from here to here. Might need to do more back testing to figure it out, though. But it doesn't really matter. So, new day opening gap, daily breaker. We tap consequent encroachment. I mean, mean threshold. Got to get used to not calling it that. New day opening gap, consequent encroachment of that. And one strategy I am considering, like not a strategy, but something I'm considering, a new model I'm considering continuing to backtest is just 5-minute change in state of delivery off of new day opening gaps with a liquidity sweep. Or maybe a 1-minute one. And I think that could actually be pretty good. Kind of like how we use 15-second change in state of delivery off of first strike. In this case, though, it might be better to use a 1-minute change in state. So yeah, we'll have to keep backtesting this, but 1-minute change in state off of new day opening gaps might be better than a 5-minute. Like here, 1-minute one was better, but I've also seen that happen where 5-minute one's pretty good too. That's kind of cool though. You see how we tap consequent encroachment of that daily breaker and also the new day opening gap. So daily breaker, end dog. Yeah. Oh, my laptop's gonna die. Daily breaker, MTH. Daily breaker, mean threshold, and end dog were the low of F1C. Yeah, let's just put this in Wednesday. Okay, guys, I think I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go, guys. But it's been real. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys. Whoever, if anyone was watching, thank you for watching. But probably no one was watching. Let's see. Let's see if anyone was watching. Yeah, no one's watching. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Peace out.